top of you, just let it loose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm pitting. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition. They can ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy told me, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like the lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like the lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like the lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like the lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the bass. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died or fed millions. With soul food, flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the side by my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, they probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos. Knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting band, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it call for the tab, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'm I'ma just take over the game, baby, yeah. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up, show out, insert the crowd.
The Mediterranean. Yet, Italy posed a real threat to these imperial holdings. Whereas Germany did not possess a sizable surface fleet, the Italian Regia Marina boasted the fourth largest navy in the world. Furthermore, the Italian navy vastly outnumbered the Allies in North Africa. Because the majority of the British Army was stationed in Britain to defend against a potential German invasion, the Commonwealth forces in Egypt were outnumbered nearly 5-1 by the Italian 10th Army. British Middle East Commander-in-Chief Archibald Wade understood that Egypt could not fall to the Axis under any circumstances, or else Britain would be cut off from much of its empire. The loss of the Suez Canal would have been especially devastating, as its capture would open the door for the Axis to seize the Middle Eastern oil fields, which fed the British war machine. Therefore, maintaining control over the Mediterranean Sea and Egypt was a strategic and economic necessity for the United Kingdom. On the other hand, Nazi Germany had no imperial designs in North Africa. In contrast with Mussolini, Hitler sought to defeat the Western democracies before turning his attention to his ultimate war aim, the conquest of the Soviet Union. Once this was achieved, Hitler planned to let the Italians have most of the African continent as spoils of war. When Italy finally launched its invasion of Egypt on the 13th of September 1940, Hitler and the German General Staff had little to no interest in the Mediterranean theatre. However, the Italian attempts to seize Egypt ended disastrously. After halting the under-equipped and poorly led Italian army, General Wade launched a counter-attack with his outnumbered forces and routed them. In one of the most one-sided campaigns in military history, the Allies destroyed the Italian 10th Army in Operation Compact and inflicted over 140,000 casualties, while suffering less than 2,000 of their own. The Italian defeat was so decisive that Hitler felt he had no choice but to offer German military assistance in stopping the British before Libya was lost to the Allies. The desperate Mussolini accepted, and thus German involvement in the Desert War began. German High Command dispatched a relatively small motorized force to North Africa with the goal of holding the line, but the leader of this newly formed African corps had a different plan. Erwin Rommel was one of Hitler's favourite generals, who had earned a reputation as a hard-driving, aggressive commander, unafraid to take risks. Despite the near total destruction of the Italian forces in Libya following Operation Compass, Rommel stabilized the situation before launching a counter-attack which pushed the Allies back into Egypt. This would mark the beginning of the Desert Fox legend, as the Allies struggled to defeat Rommel in open combat. Elated by Rommel's victories, Hitler began investing more into the theatre, and German forces in North Africa would eventually grow to over 150,000 men, 544 tanks, 8,173 vehicles, and 1,093 artillery pieces by the end of the campaign in 1943. As the Desert War dragged on, it began to take on outsized political importance for all of the major players. This was most evident in Italy, which bore the brunt of the fighting in North Africa. By 1942, the majority of Italy's armed forces were engaged in the campaign, including elite formations such as the Ariete and Trieste divisions. However, the biggest impact of the Desert War was seen on the home front. The Italian public had been lukewarm about joining the war, and soon began to actively turn against the fascist government as the army suffered heavy defeats in North Africa. Unlike Hitler, Mussolini was not the supreme leader of Italy, and still answered to King Victor Emmanuel III, along with the Grand Council of Fascism. While he still made the most important government decisions, Mussolini was keenly aware that he could be ousted from power if he was not careful. The leaders of the military were loyal to the king, and some were already beginning to plot behind the Duce's back. By the end of 1942, Mussolini himself had become pessimistic that Italy could win the war. but ultimately decided his best chance to remain in power was to see the conflict through to the bitter end, rather than endure a humiliating armistice with the Allies. In Germany, the Desert War was first considered a sideshow that would eventually turn into a major theatre of combat for the Third Reich. Mussolini's botched invasion of Greece in the winter of 1940 further increased Italian dependency on the superior German military. By the end of 1941, Rommel's victories, along with Italian weakness in battle, had convinced Hitler to devote more resources to North Africa and the Mediterranean. Rather than fully turning his attention to his planned invasion of the Soviet Union, Hitler felt he needed to shore up his southern flank, and embarked upon a massive campaign to conquer the Balkans, Greece, and bafflingly, the island of Crete. There is little doubt that the Balkan campaign, Crete, and North Africa soaked up significant resources that would, or should, have gone to the Eastern Front. Rommel was transformed into a folk hero by the adoring German press, who lionized and often embellished his achievements. The legend of the Desert Fox would only grow as he continued to defeat much larger Commonwealth forces in open battle. However, Rommel was constantly frustrated that his forces were assigned less supplies than other fronts, as he believed North Africa was the key theatre of the war. His ultimate objective was the conquest of Egypt, followed by the capture of the Middle Eastern oil fields. Following his great victory at Kazala 2 weeks before El Alamein, Rommel convinced Hitler to endorse Plan Orient. Plan Orient called for Rommel's Afrika Korps and his Italian allies to seize the oil fields of Iraq and Iran, before turning north to link up with Axis forces advancing.
Who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we've been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more poor cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Ready, set!
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Powell trying to pick it up on 3rd. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Terry McLaurin, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. Here's the option going right. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs. But he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40, 20, 10, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Falcons.
Bruh, you know, every kickoff, I had a chance to say that shit back. So I just,
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with.
Oh, squeal from now on.
The way he runs as fast
I got you. I feel you.
I do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, Gibson. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7. Off play action. It's Howell. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action. Howell. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now they go play action with Howell. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, there's still a little bit in discipline.
Touchdown, Falcons! Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I went, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his team...
with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Completes it to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 6. Howell taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Back to the ground with Gibson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Howell. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Josiah DeGuara from 17 yards out. And the Commanders have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just...
Bro, we supposed to have about 3 picks on your ass already. This shit bogus as fuck.
Aren't we both? Yeah. I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Powell. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him.
And all the passes you throw, that's what we picked off. That's the crazy shit about it.
He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they get him down, but not before.
Nah, man. It's just, bro, man, them bless you, bro.
Play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. It's intercepted.
The only reason you got that shit because I got hit. That's the only reason why you caught that pick, man. That shit blew me right there. But shit. Hey, but your defense lit though, I ain't gonna lie.
With the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jason Bates.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season.
Hell no, you might get me like that, boy. It's over with.
That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few.
Man.
2 yards.
He got to the point now, I just don't give a fuck. Like, shit, you call P.I., oh well, but yeah, burn me.
Timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Shit, my quarterback horrible.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'll take that one. We played a good first half. I don't say good, but we played decent though.
That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense.
I seen that shit too.
All tied on the scoreboard.
Nice shit.
What could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will during the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense what we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run the jet sweep. Dotson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking and the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in
What the fuck? Who the
And he's going to be
This man don't miss the whole goddamn.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Faking the handoff. Howell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Right back to Pitts again. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Montez Sweat with a tackle. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll pitch it to Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Powell looking to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's Howell. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Arnold Ebiketie buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A give running right, Gibson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Gibson again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, Everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. On play action, they'll throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
They'll set up to throw. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here.
Hey, he doesn't win his matter. That's all that counts.
Take their shots.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And he's going to have to eat.
I'll take that stat. I didn't want to throw a peek. Did not want to throw a peek.
Multiple defenders in there to drop it. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far. But second and 13 here. He's got his man London right side. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That was the RPO. Nah, he glitched. He went behind the line of scrimmage. That shit crazy.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man. It's London. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
What is the fucking game right here, is it?
Now with the kickoff, these two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. Beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Damn, boy, this is crazy. Crazy-ass game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's a more.
That's crazy.
Because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll try the left side with Gibson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Of course. We lit. We lit. Fuck it, we lit. We ball.
Break this tie. On second down, here's Gibson again. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with Herbs.
Well, who you telling? But I know your pain. Got rid of it, ain't it?
Pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Howell. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence.
I already know. You like me.
It might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And now the drive starts.
You heard about going.
Going to be made at the 38.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it, not just anticipate it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. It's another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw.
Missed the hell out of that bit.
But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Final whistle. Some extra time.
God damn. I see that shit too.
Sundays to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Yeah, he did. He got it at, I am flit.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And that's what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release.
Yes, sir.
This will be incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense.
You see how I really didn't play to my strengths. Ain't no.
Big time if they pick it up, but in this situation,
Bro, you picked my ball off. I threw out a set last time.
He wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable
God damn, man. Your goddamn defense stat, though, bro. I hate that shit.
They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Gun now on third down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have it.
Yeah, you picked that bitch off.
Win the game here in overtime.
We lost this bitch.
Right there.
But I knew I wanted. Hey, I knew I had to try you, though. But shit, my goddamn.
And then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it. Maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal, coming back the other way.
Rookie to rookie on the hook.
Damn, goddamn, man. That was it.
Give up the middle to Gibson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But I tried, though. I like shit. Let me go and stretch the field one time.
Swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost
had to, fam. You won this game, though. No cap.
300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
No cap, my guy.
They'll run with Gibson.
I thought he bumped for a second.
He does pick up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, there's 3 guys up front. The nose tackles, the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
You gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went.
Well, I thought that was somebody else.
And that's going to be good for
nice shit, my guy.
The tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime.
So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement. The officials
The fact you can't call a timeout, that shit crazy.
Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt. So deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Get it done. But this kick, not on target.
Oh my God! Hey man, this shit dumb as fuck.
At their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good game, my guy.
So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime. They have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in a very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter. And if no one scores or however, if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But boy, how bad.